Hello.
Hi everyone. Welcome to our third podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, already the third one. So last time we have talked about the European Solidarity Corps, but today we need to talk about the other structure who are with us and help us,
The ICYE.
especially the Dansk ICYE. Yeah.
The one that we have in Denmark here.
Yeah. So maybe for starting, we can explain why ICYE is in our life. Is because when you are, when you do a volunteering stuff with the European Solidarity Corps, you have your
Sending
sending structure
organization
and your local one, who
Yep.
is in the country that you will be in.
That is also, I think they are called that in the contract, homecoming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
But for some people, because I met some volunteers here, you don't have to have a different homecoming organization. For example, the organization that you have could be the organization that runs your own project sometimes. So just to tell the people that want to volunteer, there's not like this specific rule. We have one because our project decided to contact one in order to have volunteers, but it isn't the rule.
Yeah, it's not the case for everyone. But in my case, I will say that it helps me because it was the first person I met when I wanted to do a volunteering stuff. So they were with me and helping me, at least for my sending one, to prepare, to explain to me which paper I have to apply and what I have to fill before coming, and how it would be also about the money, and to give me more details. And what about yours?
Yeah, basically the same. In my case, they did a Zoom calling for all the people that was going to volunteer abroad, where they told us in a meeting what was it going to be like, and they explained, and they try to clarify as much as they could the question that we have for them. But yeah, it's really nice to have an organization because it's another support. So as being a volunteer, you can be, I don't know, in any situation. It's always good to have like some structure and like some points that if I have a problem with this, who should I contact? And your organization in mostly all the cases can help you with that.
Definitely. So also you have, as we talk, and it would be the subject of today, your homecoming structure, and
Yeah.
ours is Dansk ICYE. So ICYE is it means International Cultural Youth Exchange, and we are in the Dansk one because we are in Denmark.
It's quite easy.
So the goal of the ICYE is just like to promote solidarities, and another way to see the culture, and it's really like an intercultural thing. Like the fact is, like they want to share great values through this program by volunteering, and mix people, and we can talk about the camp that we do.
Yeah. So mostly in our organization we have some things already arranged for us. So in order for us to meet other volunteers, they do a camp where all the volunteers that are in that organization are in the camp basically. I think it's actually mandatory to be there.
Yeah.
And in the camp we talk about our experience and the things that we have to fill, paperwork that we have to do as volunteers, and mostly how is it our experience. And I think it's a very good way to meet new people that are experiencing the same as you, so you can become close to them.
Yeah.
And to meet more people that are like you basically. And that was nice.
And also maybe you already mentioned it, but what is really nice in those events, It's like we share between like the volunteers in Denmark, so who are not Dansk, the Danish people who came in a volunteer, who came back from a volunteering mission, and share their experience, and those who wants to prepare and to left. So it's really interesting.
I don't think that we explained it yet, but the Dansk ICYE, it's also a very good thing for Danish people here, because they don't only like welcome you, they also send people abroad.
Yeah, exactly, because actually ICYE is an international structure association, and plus that promoting solidarity. So it's also like in general stuff about society, you know, justice for everyone, sexism and like equality for everyone and the same chance. The only thing they promote is like young people going abroad to be more aware about why they are what they are and what they want to do in their life, and be more in phase with themselves. So it's also why like you feel it. I'm saying that because you feel it during the camp. We have so many different activities in 2 days who talk about that, who mention it, all the topic I just said. So yeah, they are really like base of all the social thing that we can have in the society. Actually, they promoting that.
Yeah, and also apart from the camp, that is like the main event that the ICYE has. We also have a lot of events.
Yeah,
because they are like ICYE is so big that they have divided the organization in branches, and they divided it basically according to the Denmark geography. So we are in the North Jutland, and we do a lot of events here, and it's so good also to know about the culture, because in this event everything is paid for you basically, and we just have to enjoy the time there. And we have been into a hockey event, we have been into the zoo, but that was also a contact person that we have to mention as well. And I know we went to the Spiel Cafe to play board games, and it's really nice to have the opportunity to do that in Denmark.
Yeah, because also you have to know that ICYE is not free. You pay for it, like it's not that much. Like in euros, 11 euros, 10 euros, depends of the coronas exchange. But it's really few money spending when you see all the things that we saying we're doing for free. And plus, because we are in the European Solidarity Corps, each month they give us money, and it's basically the most money that we have, because the school and the European give us some, but the main money that we receive per month as a volunteer is from ICYE.
But that's the European Union through the ICYE
It's
organization.
It's what I'm saying, So it's also like really nice to have this opportunity, especially for us, because we are kind of like left apart, because there is not a lot to do in North Jutland. So, and we are basically the only 2 volunteers in North Jutland with ICYE. So when they do events, we are most of the time with the students, but it's also so nice because like this we can literally like share other things and talk about the studies and what we want to do in our life and what they are here. And so it's another way. It's not only volunteering. There is more behind the ICYE.
Yeah. And it's really nice to have the project also, like to be able to just talk with them. And actually there's a lot of people working in the Dansk ICYE, and there's also, which is heaven on earth, a volunteer on Dansk ICYE that we met through the camps and through all the events that we did. And it's really nice to have someone to relate to, even in the organization that you have to send emails to for reimbursement, to travel expenses or whatever problems you may have. You have a contact that is also a volunteer and knows what you're going through. So it's a very good way to, I don't know, just facilitate things in Denmark.
Because he been through all the things that we actually been through right now in Denmark, but in another country. So he really understands some problematic that we can have. And I was proposed an event, so it was in the Aalborg Zoo, and it was really nice to also discover the culture and how they do Christmas and they deal, because you have to know that Danish people are crazy about Christmas, really. So, but this we're gonna talk in the next podcast with the culture shock and everything. But basically, ICYE also helps to deal with the culture in the country you're in, and it's also nice because sometimes you have question and you're like, why are they doing that, or I don't understand that, and they can take the time also to explain to you during the camp that we do.
Yeah.
So,
and it's really nice, and it's mostly run by people our age actually.
Yeah.
So that's really nice, like to just have someone that it's our age that it could understand, and it's easy to talk to, and like we talk English and at the same level basically, so it's very easy to communicate with them, and they know like how is it life in Denmark for people our age.
Yeah.
So it's really good, and most of them are doing university while they are helping in the ICYE. So it's nice because you can also try to experience the university life here, even if you become friends with some of them. So it's really, really good.
Yeah, especially those in Aarhus, for example, there are so many that they can really like live the student life without being a student. So it's also really nice and a totally different experience than ours. But maybe I think that we can sum up already to talk more about what we're gonna say in the next podcast.
So the next podcast would be the cultural shock. So that's a very big one.
And there is a link because you will see that that with our European Solidarity Corps camp and the ICYE camps, both of them talk about the culture shock. So when you go abroad, you may be in and live this culture shock. So it's a big topic. So it's what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, and we will see, because maybe we have to do 2 parts even. And we have a lot of podcasts.
We have a lot to say.
Yeah, about that. Yeah,
we have a lot to say. So,
pieces.